Thank you for joining us. I am Jessica Bocci with AIM Transportation Solutions. I'm here today with Mr. Tom Rada. Tom is the Vice President of AIM Integrated Logistics, a division of AIM Transportation Solutions. Hello, Tom. Thank you for joining us today. How's it going?
It's going well. Thank you, Jess. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So we're here today to talk to Tom a little bit about our webinar that we have coming up next Wednesday at 2 p.m. This webinar is one in our series, and it's going to focus on risk mitigation. So for all of you people out there who are operating fleets, you work for a company that's operating fleets, you're hiring and maintaining drivers, this is going to be a great webinar for you to join. Tom is the expert, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about ways that we can protect ourselves from the risk out there. Tom, can you just kind of start us off by telling us a little bit about your history in the transportation industry?
Absolutely. So I started in transportation in 1997, so it's been about 23 years in this business. And I've been very fortunate to work in all different industries: manufacturing, chemicals, grocery, cold storage, home delivery, which has given me a lot of great experience. Not only have I got experience with those verticals, I've also been fortunate enough to work on the front lines in operations, supporting drivers in the trenches, working my way through the roles and progression through operations and into sales, solutions. So I'd like to say that I don't know everything, but I have a good idea of a lot of different industries and businesses and how to transport goods safely.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like you have a really strong foundation in this arena. So we're excited to hear what you are going to bring to the table on this webinar. Hey, Tom. So can you tell us a little bit about AIM Integrated Logistics and how that company operates?
Absolutely. AIM Integrated Logistics is a subsidiary of AIM Transportation Solutions, and our product at AIM Integrated is service. And the service we provide is dedicated contract carriage, which we act as a private fleet for your business, delivering to your customers with the goal of being on time, damage-free, incident-free, and complete. So AIM Integrated Logistics is backed by a professional safety department, great experienced operators. We've got engineers and technology group, and our goal is to customize a solution that fits your individual business need.
Perfect. So, Tom, what do you believe the major risk factors involved in operating a fleet and drivers are?
So, like any business, there's risk involved. Trucking is not immune to those risks. First and foremost, I'd say liability is a big risk, both to the general public as well as your employees. Would be a risk. There also, you have risk of your brand, the service that you're providing your customers, the end result. A lot of folks don't realize that the customers will often see your drivers more than anyone else in your organization, and can't and do not want negative press, whether it be because of an accident or a delivery gone bad, we'll call it. You got equipment and resource utilization. There's risk involved with that. Are you underutilizing it, overutilizing it, maintaining it, so on and so forth? You've got the general compliance and regulations that the federal DOT mandate that we must keep up with. You also have the risk of capital. If you're not in trucking, you're investing capital in your delivery network. Maybe you could use that money somewhere else and not risk it. And then last but not least, it's just really the employees. The development of the employees that you bring on to not only deliver your product, but also manage that process. You get some risk involved in there to make sure they're qualified and trained and up to date with the latest industry requirements.
So the webinar next week, next Wednesday, you're kind of just going to focus on the ways that you would address each of those areas of risk?
That is correct. Myself, Larry Sterkowski, and Ron Gillum, who also will be presenting, they have combined, we have about 75 years of experience in this business, and we're hoping to share some of that with the folks who signed up and take 1 or 2 or 10 things away from it.
Absolutely. I think this is going to be a really great webinar. I'm super excited for next Wednesday. So without giving too much away, I think we'll kind of wrap up here. The last thing that I want to ask you, if there was just one thing that you could tell all the fleet operators out there about how to reduce risk, what would that one thing be?
So if I had to pick any one thing, it starts with people. It's probably the most important decision you make is who's operating your trucks, seeing your customers, and also managing those folks. So I would definitely say selecting and managing the right folks would be the number one thing. But with that, you also have to have the right solution. You got to make sure you have compliance and you're managing that properly, and that you're utilizing technology to make it better.
I'm really looking forward to hear the details of how this all works next week, Tom. I think this is going to be fantastic. So thank you for joining us today, and I will see you next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Thank you, Jess.
Bye-bye.